Pregnancy is a natural, physiological experience for a woman, and whatever comes into it that makes it medical needs to be sorted. So, hello, welcome once again. I'm JulieCity. How are you keeping? I hope you're keeping well and safe. As usual, I'm always excited to be here, and I'm glad you are here. Thank you for clicking to watch today's video, though it's been a minute since I posted, but I'm here. So, in today's video on our pregnancy care series, we are going to be discussing severe vomiting in pregnancy, also known in the medical field as Hyperemesis Gravidarum. Now, Hyperemesis Gravidarum is not just like any kind of vomiting. That is why it is tagged as severe. Now, if there's anyone who can relate with this vomiting in pregnancy, then that would be me. For all my pregnancies, that was a massive issue. Particularly with my first one, it came as a shock because I didn't see it coming. I lost so much weight. At some point, I could not lift myself off the floor. I could not keep any food down. I rushed like mad. All I could get was bile off me. My husband had to get help from all the way south side of Nigeria to where we were residing in the west of Nigeria, which, if you know is quite a bit of a travel. And even with that, it took my mom all her skills to get anything at all inside of me. Now, to say whether I was hungry was an understatement, because I felt the hunger. I was starving, but I could not keep anything down. Like the sight or even the smell of anything with perfume or food triggered severe retching, which will end up with bile, because there was barely nothing in my tummy. And this lingered for up to 26 weeks of pregnancy. It was bad. It was that bad. At some point, I was wondering if I still had a baby in me, because I was disappearing myself. So how could a child be surviving in me? But everyone told me in those good old days that that was pregnancy. You dealt with it. The clinic where I was attending antenatal, they all told me that was pregnancy. I couldn't do anything because whatever was done was going to be harming my baby. So I didn't want to harm my baby. So I coped with it day after day. And thank God it started subsiding at 27 weeks. Nevertheless, I still had my moments until I had my baby. So if there's anyone that can relate with this, I am the one. But there's good news for you. You don't have to just cope with it. You can go to hospital and explain this to your midwife or obstetrician or medical professional, and there is treatment to help subside it. Now, research shows that up to 3% of women suffer with severe vomiting in pregnancy. The exact cause is not particularly known. However, it is said that because of the numerous hormones in our bodies during pregnancy, our body begins to react that way. Others will say, of course, our body is reacting because the conception itself is strange. Our body sees it as a stranger and is putting everything in motion to get rid of it until such a time that it realizes that that baby is going nowhere and is going to be staying. Severe vomiting in pregnancy is also known as morning sickness. However, just know that it's not only in the morning. If you are listening to me and you have suffered it, or you understand, or you're going through it at the moment, let me know in the comment section, because for me, mine wasn't in the morning. And as a midwife, a lot of the people I've come in contact with, they have severe vomiting anytime and every time of the day that they smell whatever is triggered, be it food, perfumed soaps, or perfumed clothes, or even their partner. Severe vomiting in pregnancy does interfere with daily living, and that is when it becomes important for you to consult your medical professional, your midwife, or your doctor that is looking after you in pregnancy for assistance. There are medications and fluids, hydration fluids, that will help to keep you hydrated since you cannot keep food down, and there are medications that they can give you to help to pipe it down, like I said. The management of severe vomiting in pregnancy might require you to go into the hospital for an admission. So it might not just be walk in, get the medication and go home. It might be that severe that you might have to stay over a day or two in the hospital to get your body to calm with the fluids and medication. Specific medication will be tailored towards your specific needs. So don't just hear that somebody else is took certain medication and you jump out to the pharmacy to get it. Consult your medical professional. With the inability to eat or keep anything down, of course, some of the symptoms you will now recognize will be severe thirst because you can't drink water and keep it down, severe tiredness, dizziness, lightheadedness, of course, nausea and severe vomiting. Like I said, if you're experiencing this, consult your midwife, consult your healthcare professional, and don't stay or die in silence. It is not uncommon for pregnant women to feel nausea and vomiting. However, with severe hyperemesis, it doesn't settle. That is why it is known as severe. Some might feel the regular pregnancy, nausea and vomiting, and by 12 weeks, it is settled. However, with severe vomiting in pregnancy, even up to 20 weeks, you might still be struggling with it. Just like me, I had to cope with it for up to 26 weeks. And then I had like 3 weeks window before it all came running back. Remember, in my first pregnancy, I had no treatment. However, for my subsequent pregnancies, I changed hospital where I was attending in my first one, and the doctor had a different mindset and was able to intermittently give me some hydration fluids and medication that gave me some respite for 2 to 3 weeks before it all came back. So I had a few admissions in the subsequent pregnancies, and the medications and fluid that was given to me helped me feel stronger and was able to attend to some of my daily activities as opposed to the first time pregnancy when I didn't get any treatment or management. That's why I say, if you're going through such, please consult your midwife or your healthcare professional. There is help out there. Because the person is unable to keep food or anything down, a cannula will have to be passed through one's vein and fluid given, and in that fluid, some anti-sickness medication specific to that person and safe with pregnancy will be administered into the IV fluids that will pass through the person's vein to help calm the severe sickness and restore appetite. One big concern that I also had, and I believe most pregnant women will worry about who suffer from this, is what will happen to my baby. Yeah, they scare that the baby might be harmed. But if you seek medical help on time too, and this is managed effectively, then there won't be any concerns with your baby. However, if this is not effectively managed, the pregnant woman stands a risk of having a low birth weight baby. So a baby that is low in birth weight, which is not necessarily great for child development. Also, one thing that severe vomiting in pregnancy can cause is to deny the woman the experience of enjoying their pregnancy journey. So yeah, if not properly attended to and managed, it might give the pregnant woman a very negative experience of pregnancy. Yeah, it can be very challenging. In fact, it has a huge impact on your emotions and your psychology, because it's registered there that pregnancy comes with a lot of hardship. So it might cause the woman to have a negative pregnancy experience, which is what we as midwives don't want, and which is what I'm sure the pregnant woman does not want. It can also have an impact on your family, because if you're completely inactive, without strength, lightheaded, most likely your spouse might not be able to go to work because he has to be around to look after you. If you have another child, you might not be able to attend to them. So yeah, it does not only impact on the pregnant woman, it also impacts on the family and their experience of your pregnancy journey. It can lead to depression, both intrapartum and postnatal depression. So after baby has come, it might lead a woman to go into depression because of her negative experience during her pregnancy journey. If you're experiencing this, please seek help. It can cause anxiety. Yeah, it can cause isolation because you don't want to be around people when the smell of their perfumes or the soap or even their clothing makes you begin to gag and vomit. Actually, it does have a lot of emotional and psychological implication. Physically, the woman is unable to look after herself look after her family, attend to her daily living, go to work, and all of that. So yeah, please don't die in silence. If you're going through this, seek help. And please, partners, husbands, if your partner or your wife is going through severe vomiting in pregnancy, or is asking you not to wear a particular perfume, or not to cook, to shut the kitchen door when you're cooking, please do so. She's not pretending or trying to punish you for making her pregnant. She's actually experiencing a whole lot of condition that is medical. She needs help. Please support her so she can get the help she needs and experience this pregnancy journey positively. It is also said that if one experiences hyperemesis in their previous pregnancy, the likelihood that they will experience it in the current pregnancy is high. Like I said, I had it in my first one, and I had it in all my pregnancies and birth. Also, family history plays a role. If a woman's mom or family member had it in the past, the likelihood that they might have it is there, because research says it's possible it runs in the family. Also, because you're tired and unable to move around, it increases one's chances of having blood clots, which is what we don't want, because that itself is deadly. Therefore, it's important to seek the relevant help so one does not endanger themselves further. Pregnancy is a natural physiological experience for a woman, and whatever comes into it that makes it medical needs to be sorted. So speak to your midwife, speak to your healthcare professional. Until I see you next time, don't forget, your health is your wealth. Bye bye. Have you subscribed? If you have not, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you don't miss a thing. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment so we can learn from you, and those who will come later to watch this video will also learn from you. Bye bye.